Outstanding, the ultimate accolade for teachers. We challenge primary teacher Salma Ali to go from good to outstanding. A top inspector observes one lesson. 2 experts will fine-tune her practice and improve her presentation. Salma then has 3 weeks to put all the advice into action before the inspector comes back for the final verdict.
It's been really interesting for the children as well. They've noticed quite a big difference actually. Some of them have been asking, why are you smiling so much?
If we look at this checklist of your body language and your voice and just see where you put yourself on the scale. So 0 is not very good and 5, let's say, is up to outstanding.
With eye contact, I'd put it on 3. Actually, volume, I think I'm quite loud. Pausing, I think I tend to talk a lot and I don't slow down enough, so maybe pausing isn't a very good one for me.
And that's one of the things I want to work with you on. Something about your speed, and also something about the way you maybe keep repeating things.
Who knows what respond means? Who knows what respond means?
What I thought I'd like to do is just give you an example of what that's like. I'm going to just ask you to catch this ball. Catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it.
Okay.
Okay, what's that feel like?
Very fast pace, I couldn't keep up.
You couldn't keep up,
no.
Okay. So now I'm going to say, Salma, catch it. Salma, catch it. Catch it, catch it.
That was much better. I caught them all.
Yeah. So you're not overwhelmed there?
No, no.
So what I'd like to encourage you to do is to be able to give the instructions once and see who responds.
Okay.
If not everybody's responded, give it again. And then if still not everybody's responded, is there some other way you can word what it is you're asking them? Because maybe they haven't totally understood.
Right, class 11, can you show me the instructions you have written for Bob? Can you show me the instructions you have written for Bob? Can you pick up your pieces of paper so I can see the instructions you have written for Bob?
Lovely.
Good girl. Yes, I am looking for you to say, to understand what does respond mean. Peter?
You have this wonderful rapport and communication with the children, but you don't smile very often.
Oh no, it's definitely a surprise.
So I'm going to ask you to imagine that I'm going to give you a wonderful gift.
Okay.
But the first time I give it you, I think I want you to be a little bit suspicious when you receive it. So let me give you the gift. Take it suspiciously and just have a little look if you can. While you're looking at the gift, imagine looking in the mirror and just looking at what that looks like. Okay? And this time I want you to be absolutely deliriously, excitedly happy. Salma, I have a gift for you. Okay, now be deliriously happy.
Yay!
See that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now imagine you've got the class, they're in front of you there, and one of the things that I noticed that you say, which is lovely, when you're getting them all to be quiet, you say, well done freezing, and I want you to think about doing 2 things. One is to say it with a smile, and also, is there some gesture that we can bring in with it? I don't know, what do you think? Something like a...
Yeah, that's a good one actually.
A good one? Because that's yours now.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to do that, and I want you to remember that fantastically wonderful, brilliant present you got.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're giving you the gift of doing what you asked them to do.
That's actually a really nice way to think of it.
Yeah? They're giving you that gift. So smile right from the minute those hands come up.
Okay, let's try that again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze. Well done for doing that immediately.
Great.
With her final observation just weeks away, Salma's back to the classroom to put all the advice into action and raise her game.
Good morning, everybody.
Well done, Alex. I really like the way you were sitting and waiting. Well done, Liam. Thank you very much. Right, today we're going to be learning how to label features of a Victorian home. Can you tell your partner, what did you draw in your Victorian drawing room?
A radiator and a piano.
Like Jane was saying, it's not just about talk for writing, it's about talk for learning. So I've been structuring the talking a lot more. Miss Sobey, can you please tell me, what might you have in your Victorian drawing room?
I might have a fireplace.
So, I want everybody stand up. Tell your partner, what do you have to do today?
Label all the things.
The talking is developing more in the sense they're not just saying one-word answers, they're talking in full sentences. Can you tell me your sentence, please?
This is a window, this is a table.
They all are getting used to the idea that whatever they talk about is related to the task itself.
Remember, you can look at your human sentence if you get stuck. You can always look back and think, where did this go?
Islam, would you like to tell us your full sentence?
This is a writing desk.
I was very conscious about keeping the talking consistent, so not forgetting that I could use it in the middle of the lesson. Why would you have a writing desk in your Victorian living room?
It's because I don't have a computer.
And then I did it also at the plenary, but I didn't do the same thing over again at the plenary. I got them to think about one thing that they have learnt. So the Talk for Learning went throughout. And freeze! Orange table, super duper. I think another area is a smiling. Well done, blue table. I like the way you're all sitting and waiting for me. Automatically they're picking up on it, and the other kids are picking up on it because they want that smile as well.
To get more advice on moving to outstanding, Salma reflects on last week's observation with Deputy Head Teacher Ian Mullaney.
Just thinking time now, and once you've thought about it, you can tell your partner.
If you see there, I think you could have waited a bit longer there. Yeah, because I think that one of the things that lots of teachers do is that they don't allow enough thinking time for the children.
What do you think is sort of a good enough time to wait without ensuring that the pace of the lesson is going well?
It's difficult because it depends actually as well on year group. But for these younger children, I would say between 20 and 30 seconds.
Okay.
And it will feel like a long time, but it's actually not in terms of their thinking process.
Right, this morning, I want you to get your thinking caps on because we're going to start thinking. What is this story called? Aliyah, tell me, what is it called?
The leopard's drum.
Who are the characters in the story? I'm going to give you some time to think about it. Okay, so thinking time is silent time. I did try the giving them more time to answer, and what I've been doing is counting to 10 in my head. And I think I actually really enjoy just staying really silent because then it gives me a chance to observe. Off you go, become the character. Freeze!
I am the boastful leopard.
I am the fierce leopard.
Very good answer.
Hello, Jane speaking.
Hi Jane, it's Salma.
Salma talks through her lesson plan with literacy consultant Jane Scoley before tomorrow's final observation.
Sort of learning intention is to be able to write sentences about things that we could wish for.
Good.
I think my biggest fear is the timing. I'm just really worried and conscious of the timing. And what I was thinking, I was kind of trying to weigh up between whether I should do a human sentence because that's kind of models the structure, and it also probably will tie in with lots of things like capital letters at the beginning and full stop at the end, or whether I should write it.
Good thing about the human sentence is it's very practical, it's very kinesthetic.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking about the pace, perhaps this might not be the best lesson to use it in. It might just be best for you to do modelling.
Thank you so much for all your help and advice. It's been really valuable.
Brilliant to work with you, Salma. I wish you all the best for the future.
I hope I will be outstanding for Claire. I can only wish for the best.
It's the day of Salma's final observation. Claire Gillies is back and it's crunch time.
I think I'm going to have a fantastic lesson today.
With all that expert advice and weeks of practice behind her, can Salma make it from good to outstanding?
This morning, we're going to start with our story map. And everybody stand up. We'll do a quick reminder. Once upon a time, Leopard played his magnificent drum. Then he gave Today, we are learning to write sentences about things we could wish for. If you had a wish, what would you wish for? So we're going to have some thinking time now. Thinking time starts now. Right, can you turn to your partner and tell your partner, what would you wish for? I heard a really good one from Alexandra. He wished for something interesting.
I wish I had a pair of wings, a lion body, to fly and eat meat all the time.
So, what will I start with? What will I start with when I'm doing my writing? Zahir? I. And remembering what I'm looking for, what sort of I would it be?
Capital.
Good boy. I. And then the next word is I would. Who remembers how we spell the word would?
Oh, you little darling.
Good boy.
I learned how to spell wood with the words that Miss said, oh, you little darling.
Right. Everybody stand up. Tell your partner what you need to do when you get to your table.
I have to do capital letters. I'm full stops.
Good boy. I would. What would come next?
Wish. Why do you want a tortoise? Why would you wish for a tortoise?
Because he's clever.
Because he's clever.
Oh, that's a good reason, yes.
I like that. Would you like to write that down? So I'm going to give you your pencil. Where am I going to get you to start? At the top. Very good. Right, excellent.
Kausa, would you like to read your work to everybody?
I would wish for laser eyes because it is mega eyes from Council.
Very good. Right, you can all carry on with your wishes, and I'm going to come round for those of you who's finished and tell you what else you can do. Right, have you all finished? Now, as a table, I want you to think about somebody you really, really like and a wish for them.
I would like my friend Liam to have a new PSP.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze. I want you to look at your work now, look at your work, and think, can I write sentences about things we could wish for? If you could do that, show me your double stars up. Very good. Right, and 5.
So has all Salma's hard work paid off?
Well, Salma, really, I can feed back to you what you said at the beginning of the lesson, because you said, I'm going to have a fantastic lesson, you're all so ready for learning, and I think you did have a fantastic lesson, which perhaps in Ofsted speak would be called outstanding, wouldn't it? Because they did learn so much, and there were so many lovely features all the way through that sort of cumulatively came up to a really outstanding lesson. The repetition at the beginning was just such fun in the sense of, well, waking them up for a start, and it showed they'd really got the story fixed in their minds. So that was a great starter. And we then moved on, in a sense, to lots of clear, excellent routines that I know don't come overnight. You've moulded them into a very responsive group who really want to learn. Then you had a lovely fun way to remember the word would, which they all quite clearly remembered. And my gosh, some of them can spell some really quite tricky words, can't they? And meanwhile, on the middle table, your learning support assistant was doing grand stuff with the 3 children she had. They certainly moved forward in that lesson. I mean, when you looked around, practically all of them were beavering away. So that was a really successful lesson, so thank you very much indeed for letting me join it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, thank you very much for all your valuable feedback. Guess what? I got that. Feeling ecstatic. I suppose because I was really hopeful for it, and then I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. I wasn't sure what way it was going to go. And even the lesson, I thought, although there were some very good elements, I thought maybe I might not have got the outstanding. I don't know. I was just really unsure. So when she said I got outstanding, it was quite a nice surprise.